Hey guys, and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea, and I hope you've all had a fantastic week and you're all doing amazing. Right guys, well, this is the winner. You guys have chosen it and now it's here. So the three options you were given last week for what you wanted to see next were, the first one was a roast beef dinner, the second one was a roast chicken dinner, and the third one was the one that you're going to see just now, which is the chicken and broccoli Alfredo stuffed shells. This is courtesy of Catherine's Plate. This is her recipe, it's not mine. It's a wee YouTuber I found a couple of weeks ago, and I'll just pop her video up here just to let you see it, and this is her doing her stuffed shells. So I loved it so much, and I did say to her that I was going to be doing this recipe. So this is it guys. So this is my attempt. Now I've never done anything like this before, and I've never ever made an Alfredo sauce either, but it came out amazingly well guys. The sauce is absolutely divine, and it's going to go with so many other pasta dishes that I've got in mind as well. Right guys, so enough rambling from me. This is what you're going to need if you want to give this particular recipe a go. Now guys, I'm also going to be working with cups in this recipe, but I've also given you the gram equivalent as we go along. Right, so the first thing you're going to need is 3 tablespoons of butter, 2/3 of a cup or 80 grams of grated parmesan cheese, 1.5 cups or 3/4 of a pint of whole milk, 1.5 cups or 200 grams of chopped broccoli, 2 beaten egg yolks, 1 cup of double or heavy cream, which is about half a pint, 3/4 of a cup or 90 grams of mozzarella cheese, 3 small chicken breasts, 1 tablespoon of garlic, and you'll also need 1 pint of chicken stock or broth, which is about 2 cups, and you'll also need some large pasta shells. Now, I'm going to try and pronounce this, guys, but forgive my Italian, I think they're called Conchiglioni Grande, or Conchiglioni Grande, yeah, I think that's it. Big pasta shells, basically. Right, guys, so let's get on with the recipe, and I'll stop embarrassing myself. Right, guys, over to the cooker. So these are your pasta shells, guys. Now, as you can see, they don't look very big just now, but they are going to swell right up, obviously, as they cook. I'm using 12, but this is just going to depend on the size of your dish. You might need more, you might need less. And this is your broccoli, guys. Now you want to chop this up quite small, bearing in mind it's got to fit in the shells. So I'm just going to pour some boiling water over mine and pop it into the microwave for 4 or 5 minutes to soften up and just set it aside. You now want to go on with boiling your pasta, guys. So pan number 1, get your pasta and some boiling water in, a wee pinch of salt, and let it do its thing for about 15 minutes, just until it's tender, but you don't want it too soft. You still want it to retain that shape, because if it's too soft it'll just collapse and it won't hold, it won't be a shell anymore, basically. So that's you, pan number 1. Pan number 2, guys, you want to get your chicken on. So just pop your chicken in and cover it with your chicken broth or chicken stock. And just let it simmer away for about half an hour. Again, it'll depend on the size of your chicken, guys, but just make sure it's cooked all the way through. Pan number 3, guys, you're going to start your sauce. So into your pan you want to melt your butter, that's 3 tablespoons. And to that you want to add your garlic once it's bubbling. Just give that a few seconds, guys, to warm through. Like I said, guys, I'm using cups, but I have given you the gram equivalent down below in the left hand corner. So you want to go ahead and pop your cream in. Give it a wee stir round. And then you can pop your milk in. Just give it a wee stir round, guys. Then you want to go in with your eggs. So you want to whisk up your 2 beaten eggs in a cup, and to that you want to slowly add some of your milk mixture from your pan into your eggs. Make it into a sort of paste. You don't want to put your eggs directly into your hot pan, guys, because they may scramble, because it is eggs after all. So once you've done that, just add it back into your milk mixture and give the whole thing a stir through. Keep the heat relatively low, guys. There's no need for it to be boiling furiously. Just bring it to a gentle simmer. And when it simmers, guys, you can just turn it off. You're going to start popping your cheese in now, but there's enough heat in there, you know, to melt your cheese. So start off with your parmesan cheese. Just give it a stir through. And then you want to pop your mozzarella cheese in, guys. This is lovely and stringy. Just give it a good mix in, guys. And it's so smooth. And that's your sauce done, guys. You just pop that to the side. Go back to your pasta. This should be done by now. So just drain the water out. And set that to the side. And when it's cool enough, just lift it out and place it into your dish until you're ready to use them. And by now, guys, your chicken should be ready. So pop it out into a board. And just let it sort of cool and rest for 10 minutes or so. Just till it's cool enough to handle, basically. Then you just want to go and shred that when you're ready. I just used the same method that Catherine used. I used this two fork method, which I've never heard of before, but I gave that a go and it came out fine. Just make sure it's quite a fine shred, guys. Just like the broccoli, you know, keep it small because you're going to stuff your wee shells and you don't want, you don't want everything too big. So that's your chicken. You just want to go to a bowl, guys, and you want to pop your chicken into the bottom, followed by your broccoli. And you want to go back to your sauce and put a couple of ladles into your mixture, probably about 1/4 of a pint. You're just going to mix the whole thing in. It's just to bind everything together, really, because you're now, you know, you're going to stuff your shells now, so it's just so that it holds together nicely, and you're not fighting with it. I think. And just give the whole thing a good stir, guys, to combine all your ingredients. And then you can start stuffing your shells. Now look at the size of these shells, guys. You'll see it in a wee sec. You know, it's nearly the size of my hand now. And that should be enough. That's all I put in. You know, it's nicely stuffed. And you just want to go through all your shells, guys, and just stuff them up. And like I say, my wee dish holds 12, but you might have a bigger dish, you might have a smaller dish. So whatever dish you've got, you can adjust it to yourself. And then you just want to cover that with the remainder of your sauce. I think Catherine actually recommended putting a layer of sauce down first to stop it sticking, but I've never actually had a problem with lasagnas or anything like that sticking before, so I just went and put it over the top. But it's up to you if you want to put a layer of sauce down first. Mine didn't stick in the end anyway, so it was fine. But it's up to you. You just want to pop some more grated mozzarella cheese on top, guys, or cheddar or any other cheese you like, but this is the one Catherine used, so that's the one I'm using. So you want to pop that into your oven, guys, quite a low gas, a gas mark 4, for about 30 to 40 minutes, and it'll come out like this. You know, you'll know when it's ready, when it's all bubbling round the sides like this is, and, you know, browned on top. It's absolutely fabulous, guys. By far one of the tastiest pasta sauces I've ever tried. And the stuffing was incredible as well. So that was it, guys. Nice and simple. We just had that with some tomatoes and basil. So thank you very much again to Catherine's Plate for the inspiration and the new recipe. So yeah, I'll be adding that one to the collection. Right, guys, meals of the week will be coming either tomorrow or the next day, because as you guys know, I was away for 6 days down in north of Yorkshire. So I've got some video clips and I've got some pictures and things which I'm going to incorporate into my meals of the week, because obviously all the meals I had were whilst I was away, so I'm going to be showing you where I went for the meals, that kind of thing. So make sure you come back for that if you're interested. So thank you very much again, guys, for popping over and seeing what's going on. So until next time, take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll see you then. Bye for now. Bye now.